And we're live again. Good afternoon from a bright and sunny Cheshire. How are we this afternoon? We'll see how long the Wi-Fi lasts this time. So, as you can see, I'm working out the back of Thunderbird 2. And we're working on Thunderbird 1. But I've just got another couple of little tips and tricks that I'd like to show you. So, starting off, you know the old saying, never buy a vehicle off a mechanic. Hey up, Gentry, how are you, mate? Yeah, we're a long way from Tracy Island. So, I thought what I'd do first. Hey up, Dave, hey up, all. What I'd do first, I'd do a little scan of my own vehicle. So this is a vehicle global scan using the Veris on my own van. And you can see we've got quite a few faults. None of these are introduced faults either. They're all actual stuff that's just been logged. Yeah, so you can see there's a lot of fault codes in there. Oil pressure switch, EGR valve, EGR, CAN network, K-line, airflow meter, IMO, EPROM, all the injectors and CAN. So we've got a full house just in the engine. So yeah, so that's the report. And then if we go into Diagnostics suite, we can get rid of that. Yeah, close that. Close that down, and we'll just reboot that now, because it went a bit wonky on me, that did. That's it. So she's rebooting. So we've got the Farsight tablet. So I thought I'd show you touchscreen today without using a mouse. We've got the 4425A hooked up. We've got 4 channels. We've got 3 voltage channels. So that's A, C and D. And then we've got the 60 amp current clamp plugged in on channel B. And I'm into all different circuits there on the vehicle. And I just want to show you a little tip and trick with this. I've got my Heller wiring diagram up, and that we can see, that Y35 is my EGR valve. Okay, so we've got this one is EGR valve, fuel temperature sensor, and that one there is IAT and boost pressure. Okay, so we'll get back to the wiring diagram in a minute. What I want to show you here, so from start up, my key should be off. Let me just check my keys off. Yeah, my key's off on the van. So all I'm going to do, I've got these already connected up. Right, so what we're going to do, no, Urban, I don't work in the wet. So all I'm going to do is hit the Pico 7 start up. You hear that click, it's detecting the scope. There's the manual. Let's get rid of the manual, we don't need that. What you can see straight away there now, there's it's detecting nothing. It's doing a 10-second sweep. You can see there, when it got to the end of the screen, it changed, it brought channel B online. End of the screen, it's brought channel C online. And has it brought E on? Yep, and it's brought E on. So 4 sweeps, it's brought a channel on each time. If it had come down and taken the time base down, it would do it a lot quicker. So we only had a 1 second sweep, it just does it at the end of every sweep. Solid, how are we, mate? Right, so you can see there, it's gone for 0.5 volt on A, 2 amps on B, 100 millivolts on C and 100 millivolts on D. So it's detected that the circuits are connected. All I'm going to do now is literally turn the key on ignition. So that's the key on. see straight away now something's happening there. And my auto ranging changing yet. Yeah, it is sexy. Right, so my auto ranging, you can see channel A's now gone up to 5 volts. So what we're going to do is just start the engine. This is where my battery's flat now. So you can see there we're starting to get a little bit more noise. Channel A is now gone up to 10 volts. Channel B has stayed where it is. Channel C has gone up to 10 volts because obviously that must be on a 5 volt reference. And channel D has stayed at 1 volt. Right, so it's actually auto ranged and turned the channels on because there was only one channel switched on at first. So it's actually auto ranged. Yeah, so that's, you know, that's simplifying the setup process already for somebody who's not used to it. So it's detected what probes are in there and it's auto ranged them. Yeah. And what we want to do now is just have a little look at what's going on. So what I'll tell you is channel A is actually on the mass airflow, and that's a frequency. Yeah. So if I just go into views here for now, and I just turn off B, C and D. Come on, C, off you go. Right, so we've only got channel A on there now, and it's a frequency, so I want to look at frequency. So all I'm going to do is hit A. Right, and I'm going to select frequency, and it should be somewhere in the region of 3 kilohertz. Yeah, so rather than auto range it, I'm going to actually put it on a 20 hertz scale. Okay, just click the sidebar now, that gets rid of that, and just bring it up so I can see it. Alright, so it's zeroed now, the map's not working. And what you can actually see now, those little humps that you can see, is actually each induction stroke of the engine, so it's almost like a relative compression test. Yeah. If we just take the time base down a little bit. Yeah, we can actually see each induction pulse now using the map. So all we're doing, we're graphing that frequency. The spiky lines that you can see, that's just noise, that's electrical interference. And now let's bring in another channel. Okay. Let's bring in channel D. Go back into views, bring in channel D. Okay, and what I want to do, I want to put channel D, which is the yellow one, I want to put that on EGR control, which is that yellow violet wire there. So you can see now it filled the screen, and it got smaller, and it got bigger. It's actually auto ranging, right? So we want to stop that from auto ranging, right? We want to put that on a 20 volt scale. Yeah. And then what we can do, if we bring our time base down, you can actually see that's EGR control. That's the voltage to the EGR control. Yeah. And is my EGR working? Well, we all know current for that. To measure, to see what's working, we actually use current, so I'll turn on channel B. Yeah, So the current clamp is actually around the same wire that I'm taking the voltage read from. Yeah, so you can see there's no current flowing. How cool is that? Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Right, so while we're at it, so I just wanted to show you really just how easy it is to use, you know, to use the 4425A. Yeah, so no signal. So basically, it's you could see on the, if I actually stop it from running. So I've stopped the scope now running. If I go back in my buffer, I might be able to, I might just, there you go, I caught it just in time. Yeah, so I'll get rid of that there. So this is my buffer, go into my views, and I'll just keep channel D on. So what you can actually see, you zoom in a little bit more, zoom in, the off time is actually about 95%. Hey Soran, so the off time is about 95%, so that average voltage would probably only be about half a volt, something like that. Yeah, so it's actually switched off more than it's switched on. Here's Steve, that's why Diagnostics. Right, so I'm just looking, you know, I'm wondering why have I got all these codes. So I start checking things. So I get to me wiring diagram. Let's just get a bit of thingy going here. Right, so here's my EGR valve. Okay, this is a temperature sensor. Okay, so what can't a temperature sensor share with a position sensor? The answer is a 5-volt reference. So therefore that means this wire is shared between two components, so that one being a temperature and one being a position sensor. So this cannot be anything other than an earth. So already just looking at my wiring diagram, I know pin 2 will be an earth. Then coming across, you can see, follow that round. Yeah, so one side of the position sensor is the ground. Follow it round. The other side of the position comes out of pin 4, goes back to the ECU, but it's also shared with another sensor. Okay, this has to be a 5-volt reference. That pin 4, that green lilac, has to be a 5-volt reference. That has to be my position signal for my EGR, and then all that leaves then is the actual valve itself. So the yellow blue is duty cycle power in, and this is a ground, this one. Okay, so we can actually work out very easily, you know, we can actually work out very easily what's on those wires just by using the wiring diagram. Yeah, Robbo, they do, mate. And then what we can do also then, if we come over onto this side where it says EGR valve there, we click on that eye. It gives me the ECU layout for the ECU connectors, and it tells me what's on the pins. So how cool is that? So yeah, I've got a bit of work to do on this one. I've already checked my 5-volt out of my ECU, that's fine. It's not being pulled down by either component, but my EGR is not being activated. There's absolutely no current flow through my EGR. So the next step now is to put a substitute load in, and actually load test those wires, because I've got voltage on them but I've got no current flow. So, you know, I mean, it could be absolutely anything. That we could have an open circuit, we could have an open inside the EGR motor itself, which is highly likely. We could have a broken wire on the earth return. So all those tests are yet to come. But really, my primary objective was to show you how easy it was to use the 4425A. I hope that helped you, and if you liked it, don't forget, subscribe, thumbs up, leave me a comment in the comments, and thanks for watching. You guys are awesome.